Welcome back here to A Place to Heal. And today I want to introduce somebody that's very special to me. Her name is Wendy Morgan, and I'm actually going to let her introduce herself. And you know what? Thank you, Wendy, for being here with me today. I can honestly say that I have never remembered a day when I have ever been on Facebook that your little picture was not in my friends list. I've known you for what seems like forever.
It does.
And I want her to introduce herself today because the reason I brought her on is because she kind of turned me on to a product that I absolutely fell in love with, and I think it's going to do some marvelous things. So Wendy, if you'd like to tell my audience who you are and what you're about, I'd love to hear it too.
Great. Thank you so much, Marie. So I'll let you guys know, Marie and I have been collaborating, gosh, for probably about 6 months, but like Marie just said, it's, that soul connection. I wish she was right next door because we'd be having coffee every morning. And I know you feel the same way with her anyway, because she's such that wonderful, beautiful person. But like she said, my name is Wendy Morgan. And so I do a couple different things. Generally, I'm an empathic clairsentient, basically is born that way. And I help people, I channel people's higher self to basically help them find what's the right path for them and how do they get there and how they traverse that path to reach their goals, whether it be health, spiritual, job, you name it. Right now, my focus, however, is that of the ascension and process because we're kind of going through it. But we're here today for a different reason, which is that I'm also an anti-aging specialist. So it's not basically what you might think it is. So I'm literally really look at aging. So we always look at aging as the skin, but that's the largest organ on your body, as you guys know from Marie. And whatever is going on there is going on the inside. So you really have to look down into the cells, down into the genes, and see what's actually being played out there. So basically, I work on the epigenetics level. So on the genetic level, activating certain genes, and specifically that of stem cells. Yeah, stem cells. So we'll go over today exactly what do stem cells do for your body, because it is really what I wrote down here because it was so good last night when this is really a revolutionary product. I'll be referring to my notes because I just want to make sure I'm not getting something wrong. So that's basically what I do. You can, as Marie said, you can find me on Facebook. It's just Wendy Morgan. I'm just starting out.
We'll be putting all the links down below the video.
That sounds great. All right, so there I am.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I was thinking about you the other day because I was listening to one of those podcasts, and there was a doctor, I think it was Dr. Cole or something, I can't remember his name right now, but he was talking about, the thyroid and thyroid issues and how thyroid issues connect to liver issues. But then he said something that really perked my ears up, because he said, well, a lot of people, they want to fix their thyroid, but they can't fix their thyroid without fixing their liver. But what a lot of doctors don't tell you is that you have to go into the cellular level in order to fix everything. And I started thinking about that. Well, what good is it, to keep detoxing your liver if you're detoxing with toxic cells, right? You're not fixing the cell problem. You're not fixing it at a cellular level in order to get that. So one of the things that I did want to mention about this product, because you, like I said, you turned me on to it. And a few things that I noticed was, number one, I did not get any adverse detox reactions. No nausea, no headaches, no, how you get all those weird detox symptoms. I didn't get any of that. So I love products like that because it lets me know that they're working at a much deeper level, because let me tell you, Wendy, I'm one of those people that I like the quick detox. Let's do it fast. But that's
you and I are so oh my Lord.
That is not
it's not healthy. It's not healthy.
It's not what helps in the long run. It's the products that work subliminally in the background that long term, that's what's going to help you, right? So number two that I noticed is after wearing the patch a couple of days, most patches that I worn, no matter what patch it is, I always get that weird rash, where it starts irritating the skin and the skin feels kind of funny. I didn't have that at all with this patch. And let's see, what else did I notice? Oh, so I'm a huge kidney freak, right? So one of the things that I do notice is that whenever I use a product, if it affects my kidneys, I know it right away. So about 3 days into the product, I'm like, okay, what's going on with the dark eyes, you know? And then instantly I know somewhere, somehow this is working on my kidney at a kidney level, right? Because I
Thank
start getting
you.
that.
Thank you for mentioning that, because when I first started the product, same thing happened. I remember looking in the mirror and go, oh my God, I look terrible.
Yeah, why do I look like a
And
raccoon?
totally forgot about the kidneys detoxing.
Yeah. So I noticed it right away because usually mine are really white, but the minute I started using it, like 3 days later, I was like, okay, why is the raccoon thing coming? And I pay attention, right? Because I'm like, what am I taking that's doing something to my kidneys? And right away, I knew it was that. So that was another thing that I noticed: the clear head, the no rashes, the kidney, and the no detox symptoms, which I loved about that.
Yeah. So just like you said, you don't want to go ahead and, I love this scenario, and I know you've seen this, where it's a fish bowl and the water is dirty, and you don't want to just try to go ahead and pour clean water or things that make the fish healthier in dirty water. It's not going to work. You have to clear out that dirty water. And that's the same thing when you activate your own genes to do the work for you. It's way more powerful than anything else. But food activates genes. I mean, you and I know this. That's why we're in this business.
Yeah.
But let's see, what else did you say? Oh yeah, detoxing. So yeah, you don't want to feel the detox. Now there are people, obviously, who don't take care of their bodies or well, they will have some sort of detox symptoms. I didn't have any either. And then as far as the adhesive on it, most people don't have a reaction to it. For me, after a couple days, I alternate between different spots just to make sure I don't get that. But occasionally it might get a little itchy, but I mean, no big deal.
Because I noticed that like they only suggest putting it like at the top of your spine or right down below your belly button. Now, can you use it in other areas or?
Not for that particular product. So everybody, just let you know. So we're looking at, where is it at? So the product we're talking about specifically, well, actually the product has many of these, but I'll pull it out here. It's just a patch.
Yeah. And it's pretty small.
It is very small. I mean, it's basically, what would you say about this? A little bit bigger than the size of a quarter, maybe like a 50-cent piece.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of peel this stuff off and then just kind of, see if I can do that for you. And you can see it right there. It is not a transdermal patch. So that means it's not taking medicine or anything and trying to go across the barrier of your skin to deposit something in your body. It's not doing that at all. So with the one that Marie was just talking about, which is the one that actually activates stem cells, yes, it's only those two areas. And my gather is because it's running on the meridian line.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the, excuse me, and that's the one that basically activates the brain. So do you want to go into what exactly stem cells are for everybody right now or wait?
Yes. But one of the first things I want to ask, because I know everybody's going to ask me this if I don't hit on it, is I have a lot of followers that, of course, are on blood pressure medications and, all sorts of medications and, diabetes, on and on. And is this going to interfere with any of those medications?
No, there's no counterindications to any type of medication, nor to any type of dis-ease with the body. But however, the only thing it is if you are going through chemo, if you're going through chemo, they suggest that you do not use the patch because chemo is trying to kill off stuff. And so if you actually activate your stem cells, which clear up all that stuff, they just said there's might be, it's kind of going against each other, even though I would recommend chemo, but just saying for those who do.
Yeah. So, if you can get into, what exactly is stem cells? Because, the only thing you ever hear stem cells about is Parkinson's, right? Yeah. The whole Parkinson thing. But they never, and everybody believes that, okay, well, if I don't have Parkinson's, I don't need to activate stem cells. I don't need to do it. And I have heard a lot of kidney patients that have always asked me, how do I activate stem cells? Because that's huge with kidney disease. So if you could let us know, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely. So stem cells are actually the building blocks of your whole entire body, of every system. We're born with loads of stem cells. It's how basically you can think about it repairs your cell down to the blueprint of how, you know, when you were born, basically keeping those cells healthy and young and vital, and, you know, doing all the things that it needs to do. But by the time you're 30, 50% of them are no longer being made. I know, here we are in our age, right? And it's really sad, because I was talking to, because I got older daughters in their 30s, and I'm like, oh my gosh, guys, you've got to start, you know, activating your stem cells.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, but by the time you're 60, they're basically not there. Just actually, it just really tickers off really darn quick. So, you know, like, I know a friend of mine who has severe cancer, like, throughout the body. And his only hope is to go to stem cell therapy, which costs like $500,000. I mean, it's huge, and it's shots, and it hurts, and it's not always been, you know, for sure that it's going to happen. Like, they don't know if that's like that particular technique's going to take. So, but moving on. So, like I said, stem cell therapy is very invasive. It's very painful, and you do not get 100% results. But however, with this revolutionary product, which is called a patch, this is going to seem kind of weird, but it works on light therapy, and it's called photobiomodulation. How do you like that word? I learned that one last night, guys. I'm like,
that's how you know it.
I have to look that one up. Photobiomodulation. So basically, the patches are made up of amino acids and organic crystals that are embedded within the light frequency. So what exactly does that mean? So basically, when it comes in contact with your body, where's my little patch? Did I put it away? I did. So when it gets in contact with your body, it actually, your heat of your body activates the cells to start vibrating. So when they start vibrating, and again, I'm just going to take this off. This right here is an ice wave patch. So there's other patches other than stem cell. So here's an ice wave patch. It's basically all look the same though. The stem cell patch looks the same. So once it gets activated, what touches your skin heats it up and starts the vibration, the frequency of the crystals moving. Your body actually emanates light. We can't see it, but it does. But the light that we're familiar with is infrared light, right? Because we know we emanate heat. That's still light, but our eyes cannot necessarily pick it up. So what it does is it reflects that light back into the body and activates a chain reaction up to the brain, which releases copper peptides, which is a precursor to making stem cells. That's it. It's that simple. And this product is proven, actually has 166 studies, peer-reviewed studies.
Now, I'm going to be honest. The main reason I even tried the product in the first place, I'm confessing here.
Okay.
on a public forum is because, you know, vanity. Let me tell you, I saw the before and was it a year, right? After they've been on the patch a year, I was floored. Like, I could not believe the before and after. It just, I was just shocked. And I was like, if it works that well, I want to try something like that.
I shared that picture of that woman's face on Facebook. And what I loved about it is I didn't know the woman. She tagged herself in my photo and said, I'm real. Talk to me if you have any questions. So now we're friends. And it's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
How cool.
Yeah. So it's a real deal. And it helps grow your hair back. I mean, there's men and women who they're, you know, I mean,
saw that.
It's amazing. I mean, here we're healing right where we need to heal, you know, it's our stem cells. I mean, it's literally reversing the aging process.
Yes. I was just floored by it all. I'm like, okay, this is something that I definitely got to try. This is something that I definitely got to do. And I'm definitely taking I strongly suggest taking before and after pictures.
I didn't.
Yeah, and you should, because, you know,
I should have.
Even the girls that I work out with, they're like, no, I don't want to take before pictures. And, you know, the instructor insists. And like 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, I would never have, because unless you do a video, unless you do pictures, you're not going to see that. Because you're not feeling the effects, right? You're not really feeling the effects of this product. So you have to actually visually see the effects of the product. Yeah,
because the effects are so gradual that we looking in the mirror, you're not really going to see it. Yeah, it's because it's so gradual. It's like seeing your kids grow, right? And everybody who you haven't seen forever go, oh my God, they grew a foot. And you're like, did they? you know.
Yeah,
Similar.
exactly.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you, Marie. I actually read a lot about this product about a year or so ago, and what I loved about it, because it increases your collagen and your elastin with your skin.
Nice.
And I'm like, I could use a little bit of that. But I kind of steered clear of it just because I had other things going on. And then I went ahead, because I was still researching, and I came across one of the studies that showed that by using these patches, by activating stem cells, it actually reduces the scar tissue in the lungs. And my
Oh.
mom,
Oh.
yeah, it's a big O. I mean, because hello, guys, scar tissue doesn't really go away for the
Right.
most part. I mean, it takes a long time. You can use herbs and it does break it down, but it takes a long time. But anyways, because my mom, she had breast cancer and she had radiation,
Yeah.
and it created like a fibrous tissue, like a scar tissue
Right.
inside of her lungs. And so I was like, oh, I've got to get my mom on this. Now she just started, so I can't say, oh yeah, great results. I have no, because she's just been on the patch about a month and a half. But I definitely will let you know in about 6 months to a year.
And this is definitely a long term. This is not a, oh, I'm going to use this for 2 weeks and, you know, see results. No, this is definitely something that is a long term thing. It's a long term healing, because when you're dealing with something that deep, you know, you don't want to go 2 weeks and go, okay, to hell with it. You know, it's something that you definitely will see the results long term.
Yeah. What I like to say to everybody, you know, whenever you get on anything by activating your own genes, yes, you'll feel better, you will look better within ABC time, right? But it's like vacuuming your house. If you just vacuum your house really good, you know, 1 day a week and then leave it alone for 3 months, well, it's going to look like crap after a while. The same thing happens in your body. You have to do it consistently to get the results that you desire, because I'm 55 and you know, my body has accrued so much damage during the 55 years. So I have to really bring it all the way back to where I want it to be.
Right.
And then I have to sustain that space. And the only way you do so is by using these products to activate your genes.
Right. You know, and I mean, of course, you know, eating right also comes into play. You know, you definitely, you know, everybody's like, oh, you know, just give me something. And it's like,
magic wand.
Yeah, there's you know, nothing is a magic wand. Nothing. I don't care what they tell you out there. Nothing is a magic wand. You know, you have to, you know, incorporate foods that are going to be healthy for you, that are going to give you the minerals, the vitamins, everything that you need to support your system, you know, in order to be able, and then you can add all the helpmates.
Absolutely.
Know? Yeah. But that's one thing I love about you, is you're always on that cutting edge, man.
Always searching, man. I'm searching for it all.
You're always up there.
Yeah, because this is like fixing the foundation of your body. But you know, your house and your electrical system and your heating and everything else, which you have to keep up with good foods. You have to keep glyphosate. I'm getting ready to do a special on, maybe you could join me on Facebook, about glyphosates, and that's a whole unbelievable nasty topic. So yeah, you've got to keep with good healthy foods in your body.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
And everybody says that. Well, what can I? Yeah, it starts with food.
Yeah,
you know, it
starts
right here.
Mindset. You know? Mindset, lifestyle, movement.
Yes, it's movement. Yes.
Yeah. It's like a domino effect. I mean, you can't make that beautiful domino thing if you're missing a couple dominoes. It's not going to get but so far.
Yeah, no, it's a puzzle, and you have to have all the pieces.
Yes.
You're not going to put it together.
Yes. Yeah, I was going to say, so sad in our society, because we have been programmed to just take this pill and you'll be fine. And no, you're not fine. The symptoms are gone, but you're not fine. And you know, it's time to wake up.
Gratification.
Yes.
I hate that. You know, because I do. It's one of the things that just drives me crazy.
I absolutely love it, but it's not real.
Yeah, because you know, you have these women, like you said, you know, that are in their 40s, 50s, close to their 60s. How many years did it take you, you know, to do all this damage? And they're, you know, a week later, they're like, I'm still not getting all the benefits, you know, or a month later, I'm like, it took you 40, 50, 60 years to do this damage, and you want to reverse it in 1 month? You know, that's like the woman that gets pregnant and she gains all this weight, and then she has the baby, and a week after the baby, she's like, why am I not back to
Well, actually, that right there is a really good example. If you guys get pregnant, you don't want to deliver the baby the next day.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
you have to let things take its course.
Exactly. You have to do the work. And I'm a strong believer that within the work, not only is there the healing, because, as you know, it's not just physical, it's also mental, it's
Mm-hmm.
spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
And within that healing process, right, there's a lot of things that have to happen spiritually and mentally and everything else that also goes into the healing,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I always get the people that are like, I just can't stop crying, and this is driving me nuts, and I'm having all these emotions, and I'm getting angry, and and it's like that's part of the healing process. That's
Yeah.
this. If everything happened in one day, 1 week, you would not be able to experience that type of healing either.
No, you'd probably actually be in a psych ward too.
Yeah, and there's a few times I was pretty close.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I gotta talk to you
Yeah.
after this is over because there's something I want to share with you. Oh my gosh. Yesterday I was a basket case.
Yeah,
Oh
I do.
Lord.
I have people that actually call me up and they're like, I can't stop crying for 3 days. How do I get rid of this? And it's like crying is also detoxing,
Yeah,
right?
you have an emotional body, and that if you haven't paid attention to your emotional body, then when it
Mhm.
finally gets to either to the surface or overflows, or
Right,
when you're finally detoxing, you're going to detox
right.
that emotional body
And
too.
this is all at a cellular, you don't realize it, right? It's
Hmm.
all at a cellular
Oh yeah.
level,
Oh yeah.
right?
So, science has actually followed through that your ancestral lineage is connected to your cellular level
Yes,
7 to 15 year generation.
right. This
So,
is
oh
what
yeah, it's
I
good.
just heard a lady the other day. I heard it put beautifully, and she said, I am here on this planet to break chains of
Ooh,
lineage,
I love
right?
that. I
And
love
she
that.
said, I am the first one in my family to work out, and I am the first one in my family to eat healthy. She goes, I'm
Wow.
breaking that chain
That
right
is
now.
awesome.
So, and it's true, it's all at a cellular. That's why you see all these all these people right now that are getting into trauma release therapy and everything else, because all this stuff is in your cells,
Yeah. And it's
right?
time. And it's
It's
right now is the
time
time
right
to
now.
purge it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now.
Now's the time to purge it, to empower yourself, and to ignite your fire.
Right, exactly. And there's no better time than right now.
Yeah,
No better
exactly.
time. No better
And
time than right now.
and these particular patches do exactly that. They ignite your
Yeah,
fire from within.
that's what I love, because I'm like, okay, this is getting in there where it's supposed to work.
Yeah. Yeah. So with these, I'm going to go on here because I know we want to keep our time down. So when you create these new stem cells, they actually mobilize the old stem cells and they produce new stem cells. So they kind of do
Nice.
a duo thing. And then also, I'm trying not to use big words because they lose me too. Oh, there you go. This one was really cool. So I'm new to the product, so that's why I did a lot of research last night.
Right.
So when they do create these new stem cells with these patches, what they do is they produce what's called, now I'm going to probably butcher this word, pluripotent. Pluripotent, I think that's correct, which means they're blank stem cells, which means they can transform into any tissue that your body needs to heal, such as organ tissues, brain, hair, skin, bone, ligament, any tissue. So with me, when I first went on the product, I would have to say, honestly, within the first 10 days, I noticed my skin, it's soft
Yeah.
again. You
Yeah.
know,
I noticed
I
that.
I was like, oh, I got my soft skin back. And on my shins, where you have the most sun damage,
Yeah.
I already had alligator scales. It literally looked like you could peel it off and you couldn't, but it
Yeah.
looked like you could. And even though I put lotion on, an hour later, just like I didn't put any lotion on, within
Huh.
3 weeks time, the dry skin was gone. The alligator skin was gone. Now it just looks like crepey skin. So it's still healing.
Yeah.
And I noticed the spots, we call them
Yeah.
age spots or liver
Yeah.
spots.
Liver
They're
spots.
they're going away. They're completely going away. And I have one right here on my
Wow.
face, and it's lightening up too. So I'm like, wow, that is really awesome. No product, and this is natural. It's not like putting something on it to bleach the skin, guys. This is healing from the
Yeah.
inside. What's actually causing the problem? Let's see here. It also says that when you put younger stem cells on old tissue, that turns that tissue young again. And so anyways, the product is patented, and it's actually, like I said, backed by many peer-reviewed studies. And people usually experience results within 30 days. But however,
I trust you.
Yeah.
Because I know that when you use something, you got in there and you did a ton of research before ever incorporating it in.
I love research, and it's really important to research not only the peer-reviewed stuff. So peer-reviewed studies, guys, in case you don't know, means like I create a product. Marie, who is a lab, she comes around and she says, I'm going to test your product. Oh, it does say what you say it's going to do, but she has no, skin in the game. And then George comes along and he says, I'm going to test the product. Oh, it does work. So it's like double tested. So it's really a really good test. And then of course, listening and to all the testimonies. So, but if you don't see anything within the first 3 months, it usually means it's going internally, really working on those deep organs, really healing that. So right off the bat, I got, like I said, my skin showed it right off that. Second thing I got was unbelievable deep sleep. I mean, pure rejuvenating sleep. I'll hit that pill. Normally, guys, okay, 55, I'll say something that's very personal to me. I've got incontinence, right? So I get up 5 times a night to go pee, right?
I just was reading that this morning.
And oh my God, it's such a pain. Now though, I'm on the stem cell. I can go to bed and I can sleep 8 hours straight without getting up. It's like, oh, this is so exciting. I so love this.
That's weird that you should say that, because now that you said that, I just realized I didn't get up.
Yeah.
Because I've only been on it for 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been on it a little longer than I have. And I'm just like, wow, that's,
it's really great. Yeah, I'm so happy. I mean, it's such great. But you have to drink water. So if you guys are not water drinkers, you're not going to like it. You're going to get headaches. You're not going to be able to sleep. You're going to get aches everywhere in your body. You're going to have.
You should be drinking water anyway.
Yeah, you should be. But you have to, because you got to remember, as your stem cells are being created and it's healing the old tissue, it's also tossing out the garbage, and you need that water to really purge it out, or it's going to cause problems in your body. Yeah. So just to let you guys know, other things that people not claim, but they just say and share what they experience: better sleep, more youthful skin, increased joy, absolutely, increased energy, improved mental clarity, decreased pain and inflammation, increased wound healing, hair growth, cellular age reversal, literally, increases sport recovery and performance. And those are just a few things. I mean, I'm, of course, constantly have my finger on the hearing what everybody else said. This I want to share with you. So today, guys, we've been sharing the specific patch that activates stem cells, but the company makes many different patches.
I saw that.
This particular one is called Ice Wave. Said it was equivalent to putting on ice on your body, and I'm like, all right. I'm sorry, guys. I will be skeptic too. But my daughter, God bless her heart, she had bilateral breast reduction surgery. It's not for the faint of heart at all. And she went from a double H down to a double D. So a lot of tissue was removed, a lot of damage. Ugh. And, we've got her on everything. She's been on the stem cell. She's been activating certain genes. She's been taking liposome, vitamin C, doing all the great stuff. And I don't know why, but I said, after 2 weeks, right? Let's try these patches. She says, it's amazing. She goes, really? It feels like I have ice on my chest for the whole time I have the patches on, which the patches usually last about 12 to 24 hours. And I was like, really? She goes, seriously, it's better than ice packs.
I noticed they have one for energy too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I tried it. So it's 2 patches. Me being me, I tried one patch. No, you got to do both. But the first time I tried it, have you ever seen Meet the Robinsons? Oh. You should. You've got kids.
I could just imagine.
I mean, I got really good energy anyway. But oh gosh, if you want a good laugh, it's Meet the Robinsons. Just look up caffeine patch. It's hilarious. And I was that woman all day. I got energy. So yes. So they have energy patches. So what else have we tried? Oh, there was one that's called Nirvana. I can't wait to try that one.
I haven't tried that one.
So that is basically calms your system down. And so I gave it to my daughter, who's usually, you know, God bless her heart, she's on a lot of drugs. This was asking too much of her system, I think. So I was trying to calm her down, make her in a better mood, and she was just like, leave me alone.
Can you use those on 5-year-olds?
You know, I'm sure that, you know, we say nothing below 18, but hey, you can do what you want. But I just read the other day, kids who are sensitive, now my daughter's a sensitive,
Yeah.
and a lot of times she gets overwhelmed. And in a couple weeks, I'm bringing on my grandson into my home who's 10 years old. So we're going to be pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
And a woman went and stated that she gave it to put it on her child who is oversensitive, and it just calmed her down. Because we use coffee cruda, you know, and other homeopathics, rhodiola, to keep her system level. But, you know, if you give that extra punch, like my grandson.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that out. I'm looking forward to seeing how those results are.
Yeah. Yeah. I would, the 5-year-old just, wow. It's like calming would be really awesome. It's like, yeah, it's, I would love to have that much energy now, you know? So yeah. So, is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
I should have actually shared, so there's plenty more products. There's one actually that increases glutathione, which is what I'm, you know, really interested in. As if I'm sure you guys know by following Marie, glutathione is how our body detoxes and how it keeps a strong immune system. And a friend of mine who was already activating a certain gene that increases glutathione, she was already taking that, but she kept getting UTIs. And she said she used the glutathione patch, and right above her bladder, she had a skin reaction. So it really purged the bladder. Yeah. She said she was amazed how this really increased glutathione. So there's many different patches. Like I said, one for ice, one for pain. I think ice is for pain. One for energy, one for horses, believe it or not.
Really?
Glutathione. Yeah. Stem cell, one for sleep. I'm sure I'm leaving a couple out there, but it's really, really great. Yeah, the other day, my cat, I realized that I overdosed him with flea medicine, the topical, and he lost his voice. It was so sad. Oh, no. So I know, it's just like, bad me. But anyways, I put a stem cell patch just to help him, you know, purge things out. And I could just see this, you know, this step, kick in a step improved within 24 to 48 hours, and he got his meow back.
Wow.
So you can put it on animals.
Wow, that's good to know. I've got an older cat, and she's always, you know, kind of like frumping around and everything else and losing hair. And I think that would be kind of awesome for her. Yeah, she's getting up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's awesome. So for all my viewers, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the link right underneath this video. It'll say Wendy Morgan, and you can actually follow the link. As always, you know, I appreciate if you guys follow the link. We do a lot of research, and we do the research for you, you know. And as me and Wendy were talking earlier, there's always a chance that you can get the patch somewhere else. There's always a chance that you can buy from somewhere else, but you never know what you're going to get. Yeah. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah, guys, everything these days, I mean, there's false everything going out, and there's counterfeit product everywhere. If they see something that is like, oh, this is, I can go make some money off of it. So when you actually buy from the company, there's actually a 30-day money back guarantee. You're not going to get that anywhere else. And you know, you might be just buying something that looks just like the patch, but it's nothing is there. So why spend your money on something that is not going to give you the results that you want? Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So, as I said always, you know, we'd appreciate it if you followed the link and do it that way. And you know, it also helps us because we invest. Believe me, I know, Wendy, you're like me. We invest hours. I mean, sometimes, because I know I've talked to you at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're up doing research at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, and then we're right up at 5:30, and you know, people are like, what's she doing up at 5:30? Because we're back to doing research, you know, and trying to get this information to you guys, because there's a lot of stuff going on right now, And there's a lot of people, there's a lot of stress going on right now. There's a lot of cellular damage going on right now. Everything else, you know, blood pressure's going up, everything. So, you know, it's very important, I think, more than ever for the healers to kind of step up and help their followers.
Absolutely. And guys, it's better to be proactive versus looking back and going, holy crap, how can I fix this?
Right.
You know, it's easier to look at a tire that's going flat and putting air in it versus waiting until it goes flat and, you know, ruining the tire altogether and you can't repair it.
Exactly.
So, you know, we all know, it's kind of like the elephant in the room. We all know that 5G is being forced upon us. And I know Marie's gone over this. It's you need to take action as far as activating your genes and giving yourself the best possible future for your children and for you to be there for your children.
Yeah. And years ago, and now I can't remember his name, Daniel Vitalis. I heard him years and years ago. He's kind of gone underground now. You hear about him very little. But years and years and years ago, I heard him say, the people that are going to make it through everything are the ones that detox, you know, and help themselves on a cellular level, because we've got so much stuff, you know, the 5G, the pollution, the, you know, the computer, everything is constantly attacking us. So we have to start rejuvenating those cells, not only just for us, but, you know, for the next population, because it's destroying, you know, I know tons of people that can't even conceive anymore, you know, for the next generation. And it's not just to be able to conceive, but it's for those children to have a chance to succeed, because you're passing down your cells, you're passing down, right? You're passing down everything to to those children in that DNA. So,
and you're passing down your mindset too. So if your kids see you doing what's healthy for you, they'll take that on.
Right.
A lot of time, I know, I'm sure a lot of you who, you know, 20 years ago, they said your genes are going to be the same ones that are, you know, passed down from your parents. And the only reason why they now found out that's not true, but now they found out, is because you're eating the same foods, you're thinking the same thoughts, you're living in the same area, you're doing the same things. So you're therefore bound to have the same issues. And break, like Bree said earlier, her friend, she's breaking the chains. Break those chains, guys, and become a healthier person. Work out. You know, Marie's got, are you going to come live with that, Marie? Are you going to do class online? Or are you going to do a rebound class?
I am going to do some YouTube videos. I want to lose a little bit more weight because, you know, being honestly, the last time I did a trampoline, I'm hardcore. I'm so hardcore on the trampoline. Those patches are like, because I'm so hardcore. And, you know, I mean, I even have women that, like, I can see it. They're in front of me and they're like, I hate you. You know, they do.
We are being a good role model.
But, you know, hey, but I want to lose, I gained some weight over this, you know, this lockdown thing. Because I was moving, I wasn't teaching classes, I wasn't working out. So I put on like 20 pounds. And the last time I did the trampoline online, I actually had people that called me up and said, you look horrible. You look terrible, you know, on there. But so I was like, so I'm going to try to lose the 20 that I gained before, but I am going to teach a leg class. I don't like to share too much because honestly, Wendy, there's people out there, all they want to do is just steal information, you know? True. And so I'm very creative, and I actually was the one that invented my workouts.
Oh, fun.
And I was the one that choreographed everything. So, you know, just giving out my, you know, my work like that it's really hard.
Yeah.
So,
well, when you do, because when I get my grandson, I got to order my
your trampoline.
My trampoline, because I'm going to say, get on that every day. So I look forward to that when that's available.
Awesome. All right. Well, I thank you so much for being here with me today. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope you guys learned something today of value. And trust me, try these patches. I know Wendy. I've known her for a very long time. And every once in a while, I won't see you for a little bit. And I'm like, I got to go check to see what Wendy's doing. Because I know that you are, you know, you're hitting the nail on the head. You're always up there with the products that are the best and what's actually going to heal us at a more internal level. You know, so I always appreciate that about you.
Thank
and I
you.
appreciate you being here. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for taking the time out today.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
I love you so much. And
I
I love
you.
you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Please stay happy, stay healthy, and for God's sake, love and respect one another. All right.
Yes.
Till next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.